or in other words, welcome back to my channel. That's actually not what that means. It means, hello, how are you? But welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about my March, April favorites. I posted on all my social media. If you don't follow me on those channels, I will link them right below. Make sure you do that. So I posted on there. March flew by for me. I don't know if that happened to everybody else, but I feel like the last thing I know, it was February 28th, and then it's April 1st. I'm like, where the hell did March go? So, because I don't know where it went, it escaped me. That's why I decided to combine it, and you guys actually did want me to do that. So, that's what I'm going to do. My first favorites is very unconventional. They are sneakers. They're from K-Swiss. Bam. And why I'm mentioning sneakers is because I have arthritis in my knees. So when I run, it's very painful for me. Before I had these ones, I would complain about my knees all the time. And I actually went to Dick's to try to get a really well-made pair sneakers for specifically knees and to absorb shock. And the dude there lied to me. He gave me a pair of Asics. I understand Asics is supposed to be very good, but they didn't work for me at all. And me and my dad have similar knee issues. So he recommended these for me, and I love them. Love them, love them, love them. I don't work out without them. Mainly, I don't go running without them because they're a lifesaver. So if you have knee issues like I do, I highly recommend them. Next thing is body butter. I know with my friends and family in New York, they have said that it's warm and then it's cold and then it's warm and then it's cold. And the same thing has been happening here in Tennessee. Not to that same degree because it hasn't been snowing here, but it has gotten colder and then 70 and then colder and then 70. So because of the change in temperatures, my skin has gotten really dry. So I had this before. I'm not really a lotion person. My skin doesn't seem to absorb any type of lotion unless it is really dry. So this is from Philosophy. It's called the Amazing Grace Whipped Body Creme or cream. It's funny though because I've smelled the perfume to this and I hate the smell of the perfume, but I actually love the smell of the body butter. I don't really understand how that's a thing since it's the same scent, but I love it. And this is what it looks like up close. Next is an eyeshadow palette from BareMinerals. If you've been watching my favorites videos, you know I pretty much love the BareMineral brand. And this palette is no exception. It is called the BareMinerals Ready Eyeshadow 8.0, and the colors here are called the Power Neutrals. And as you can see, I have been using that quite a lot, especially right over here by my thumb. I love it. I had a job interview on Tuesday, and it went well for those wondering, but I used this. I saw on Pinterest. I have a Pinterest board. I named it Career, and I have everything that would involve every aspect of your career, your resume, how you're supposed to look, interview questions, how to prepare, basically all of that. That's on my Pinterest. Again, I will leave all social media right in the bottom bar, so make sure you check that out if you haven't. But I used this palette for my interview on Tuesday, and it worked really well. They're more cool tones, which works well for me when I'm not trying to do a really intense look because it just gives me like a natural look to my eye, I guess. I just use the really cream color right here all over my lid, and then I just use this little brown color right on the end just to give my eyes more of a pop. Because brown eyeshadows are supposed to make blue eyes pop. So that's what I did. I love this eyeshadow palette. It lasts on me all day, and I don't get any creases when I use this. So that's a plus for me. I did buy a drugstore eyeshadow palette. That will be in my review video, next video. But I'm not the biggest fan of that. Throughout the day, it doesn't matter how much primer I have on my lid, it creases, and that normally doesn't happen to me. I don't really have exceptionally oily eyelids, so I don't really need to do excessive amount of primer on my lids, but it's just with that one eyeshadow that it didn't work. So this doesn't do that. I love it and I highly recommend it. And I know you guys have seen me talk about the Avon Everlasting Concealer. Well, I was running out of that, so that's no more. But I got the Maybelline Dream Lumi Dream Lumi Highlighting Concealer. The Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer. I couldn't say that, so that's why I was going really slow. And this is what it looks like. It has a peach undertone to it, which works well with my skin. As you can see, I'm really fair, and I do have peach undertones in my skin, so this works really well for me. I like to use it underneath my foundation, that way it can cover up and then the foundation can blend over it. Since I am fair, a lot of foundations, I always get the lightest one, and some of them are yellow tones, some of them are more peach tones, and because I can't find the same foundation with the same color as the concealer, I like to put the concealer on first and then the foundation over that. My next favorite is the Get Started Complexion Kit by BareMinerals. It's right there. It includes everything you see right in this picture: the pouch, the brush, 2 powder foundations, a highlighter, which they call Mineral Veil, and then a bronzer. And then they have the little primer right on the end over there. When you open up that box, this is what you get right here. And then in the inside, it looks just like that. You get the mirror. It says "Hello Gorgeous" right on top there. And then everything comes right in here. I use this also for my interview. And I was matte the entire day. And I just really loved it. It makes it look natural. So I used this for my interview, and I loved it. I've been using BareMinerals since 6th grade. I had a really bad acne. It was the only thing that I could use that didn't give me acne, and ever since switching to this instead of drugstore, my skin has been clear. Thankfully, now that I'm older, I can use other stuff like drugstore foundations and everything like that. So if you have that issue or you just want a powder foundation, I highly recommend BareMinerals. Unconventional as well. No, it's not another pair of sneakers, but it is a book. It is called Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence. It's a 365 daily devotional, and it's by Sarah Young. I don't know where you can get this. I'll do a close-up though. I don't know where you can get this. My aunt, she gave it to my grandmother last year, and my grandmother passed away this past December, and I asked if I could have it, and my aunts said that I could. So I started it and just reading it for memory of my grandmother, because she read it every night. But I really have come to really like it. It just keeps me in check. You don't have to be really religious to read this or anything like that, but if you just want something to kind of keep your hopes up for every day, or if you are spiritual and you're just considering about reading this, this isn't a Bible. It's not throwing things at your face, but it just gives you a daily message that keeps your hopes up, keep your faith in check, and I really enjoy it. So there's that. And then last but not least is iWorld. It is a wireless FM transmitter. If you're like me and you live in the mountains and your radio cuts in and out, this is your lifesaver. Seriously. I got mine at 5 Below when I was in New York, because I like listening to my iPod more than the radio, but now I actually need this more since I do live in the mountains and signal kind of cuts in and out. This is a lifesaver, so I'm not listening to static forever. So I highly recommend it. Alright guys, that is my favorites for March and April. I had a lot more, but I tend to stick with the same products. I'm working on expanding. I really am, so you guys get fresh content. But check out my other favorites if you haven't already, because those are still my favorites. But these are my current new obsessions for March, April. Alright, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!